My controlling boyfriend accused me of sleeping with my brother after he spent the night at my place. Now he's spreading this rumor, but he dug his own grave instead. My brother and I live in different parts of our country and barely see each other, so when I heard he was going to be in my town from Wednesday until Saturday, I made plans with him to go clubbing on Friday night with some friends. When the day came, we called it quits at 4 a.m. and I told him to sleep in my apartment for the night. I only have one bed though, so he crashed on my couch. The next day, I dropped him off at the airport and didn't have any further contact with him. Now, my boyfriend and I don't live together, so I get really excited to see him whenever he comes over. Well, that excitement quickly died down when we were talking and I mentioned that my brother spent the night at my place. I noticed he shifted in his seat and got quiet. We were just having a flowing conversation, so I asked him what happened. He told me it was nothing, so I left it, but he continued being in a bad mood. It felt like I was walking on eggshells because I would call his name and he'd angrily say what? And call out my name in a very aggravated tone, as if he was sick of me. And when I started to get excited over something, he'd glare at me and make me feel bad. That wasn't like him, so I finally asked him again what happened. That's when he confessed that he didn't like the idea of another man staying at my place regardless of who it is, and that it will not be happening in future. I got really confused and thought maybe he didn't hear me say it was my brother, so I clarified. But he said he didn't care. I'm his girlfriend and shouldn't have any other man in my house. I told him I didn't have a man over. I had my brother over. There's a difference. He rolled his eyes at me and said I clearly wasn't taking the situation seriously. He actually got really angry and left my place. I was still baffled and couldn't even think of what to say to him. But later that night I got an angry text saying that as his girlfriend I have to respect his wishes. While I get respecting your partner's wishes, wasn't this overkill? I responded asking him why my brother sleeping on my couch was so bad, and he said that he didn't know what me and my brother did. He said, and I quote, "For all I know you could have cheated on me with him." I nearly threw my phone and went to vomit because what? But I held back and asked him what the hell he was talking about. He said that above all I am a woman and my brother is a man, so something would have happened. I told him that wasn't normal behavior. I don't just go around kissing my brother. He said that until I promised him that I would never speak to my brother again, he would always have that lingering feeling in his mind that I did the nasty with him. I was baffled for 2 seconds because who was he to ask me to go no contact with my own sibling, but then I realized that he thought I was fully capable of committing such a disgusting sin. And not only that, it would replay in his mind. He would constantly be thinking about me making out with my own brother. I explained to him that him thinking of me in that way makes me really uncomfortable and I never want anyone to think I would ever do that. He doubled down, saying I should think about how uncomfortable he felt hearing that his girlfriend let another guy spend the night at her place. I could tell I wasn't getting through to him, so I said I was going to bed. The next day when I woke up I thought we could have a civilized conversation face to face. I thought that he would have time to think things through and realize I wouldn't do anything with my brother. Instead of getting that, I was spammed with a bunch of messages from my friends asking me if my boyfriend and I broke up, and why he said that I made out with my brother. I nearly blew a casket. I went to check his Instagram and saw he posted, "We broke up. She kissed her brother." I didn't even want to talk to him anymore. I had to focus on clearing my own name instead. So, I called my friends on a 5-way call and explained to them what happened. Luckily, these were also the same friends that my brother had met, and they all sided with me because they knew what our sibling bond was really like. I also showed them our messages so they knew I wasn't bullshitting. Once they knew the full story, they said they would help clear my name because so many people saw his post. We posted my boyfriend's and I messages on each of our accounts, didn't forget to tag him, and people were calling him a weirdo, saying they were mass reporting his account, and asking why he thought my brother sleeping over meant we fucked. I still can't answer that, to be honest.